always been a supporter and does not need to be strong-armed into, supporting. And there is the man himself, KDL, Kevin De Leon. And there's Jimmy Gomez, our congressman. So we have both our city council representative for CD14, and we also have Jimmy Gomez, U.S. congressman. Hey there!
How you doing, my friend?
Great! Hey, happy Pride Day! Thank you for coming out for us. Thank you for coming out, guys. Absolutely. Happy Pride Day! And there is KDL himself, Jimmy Gomez. So, nice to see you again. We have all these people who help make things happen, on the ground. And it's great to have these allies who are always looking out for us. Now you can't have any real true party around here until you have the Código Ballet. It just doesn't happen. And here they are today. So we have had the blessing of our indigenous ancestors. We've had our local representatives, both in a city, on the congressional level, at the federal level here. And now we have the people who also help represent our culture the most, and of course, song and dance.
Hello, my friend.
Hey, nice to see you. You're out. Oh, I'm so glad. Look at, we have just the beginning here. As you can see, they're starting to line up all of the different nonprofits and that's the thing, we have everyone. Not only do we have everyone from every different type of neighborhood group, we have every different type of representation of culture. You can see today here in this Pride Festival, here people, Happy Pride! And we have everyone out just thrilled that today, the big day's finally come. We're even dancing and screaming out in pride. And also, among the dignitaries here, we have our assemblyman, our California assemblyman, Miguel Santiago. Ooh, let me get him in frame. Miguel Santiago himself and the family out here. Hey, happy Pride Month! And so he's out here with the family today.
Hey, how are you?
Miguel Santiago himself, and who I see all the time, but I'm great to see him participating today with the family, looking great. And see, here we are, we're gonna be dancing our way all the way to Soto Street, where the party is continuing on. And so here they are, here we are, the people behind us are dancing their way towards Soto. Because between Soto and Chicago, today it's going to be closed down. The entire day until like 10, 11 o'clock tonight for the festival. And so as they are wrapping up the parade, they expect it to probably go until about 1 o'clock. And then we're starting about 10, expect it to end about 1 o'clock. And then immediately they're going to be picking up with the festival there. The festivities going from 2 to 10, about 11 o'clock. And so you definitely want to get out and support all the businesses. And a lot of our restaurants here have some really good specials that are going on right now too. That's the great thing, is today seeing everyone. Alpha, which is historically the first gay pride parade in Boyle Heights history. And this is going to change. This is going to change East LA forever. And you know how it's been changed? By people just coming out. And you know what? The mamas, the papas, the grandparents, nuestros abuelos, they're the ones who help change the mind about people and help us thwart homophobia the most. Our friends and our allies who realized that they loved someone that was gay, lesbian, transgender, and it changed their minds forever. And they understand that these are not weird people, these are people I love. And so it's beautiful to see the vast representation. Hey, and so we have some of our, of course you cannot have any parade in East Los Angeles without the bombs coming out. And so representing, and so and the car culture is always part of you know, not just raising the spirits, but often even raising money for all kinds of different causes. So if you ever want to raise a cause, you know, raise money for any cause, the guys with the bombs will always come out. And so that is always counted on. On a Sunday morning, can you imagine? Queens with hangovers, but still people are out here are out here looking fierce, okay? So, happy Pride. See, look at everyone out looking fierce, out in this daylight, not falling over. Happy Pride. Of course, we need to have some gratuitous photography here. Happy Pride. In a community like this, where it's really, really hard getting good healthcare, we have, hey, brother, it is nice to see you. We're all looking good. God bless. Thank you for coming out today. Look at this. See, you know, it's not every day that I have Mr. Blout himself escorting us. And Ultimate is always there for a neighborhood who needs good health care. You know what I mean? Everything, believe it or not just medical care, dental care, and everything else that they do for so many people in need of health care. And so, and my neighbors themselves who just moved in their new hub into the neighborhood. The Wall Las Memorias is out representing. These are my neighbors, and I'm so proud to welcome them to Boyle Heights. And so for a long time, they have been bridging the gap for what is needed in the Latino queer community, the transgender community. They're out here. Richard, looking great, baby. Looking great. Keep up the good work. That's what we need everyone to know, is that they're all putting up the good work. Hey, and the Women's March, their new office here. And so I'm glad to be one of the first people on the block to be able to announce that we have Women's March as one of our neighbors. And so, yeah, right here, you know, on First Street, right between Bailey, here in State Street. And so, welcome to the neighborhood. I run the museum just down the street. And so, happy Pride. And of course, all the activists were proud to say that they came to the neighborhood. And so look at them out here representing. But now, I have to come in for this because one of the main organizers that has been helping a lot within this opportunity is Red's Angels Bar. And most people don't realize that Red's is actually the oldest gay bar in East LA. It's actually the oldest lesbian bar in the city. It was originally a lesbian bar created back in the 1950s. And so, what we want is give a shout out to Reds for being here. And for helping Miss Tony make this all possible.
¡Qué guapo te tienen todos! Venga.
Thank you.
Happy Friday, everybody! Boyle Heights in the house.
Oh, and of course, everyone wants to get in on the action. Of course, everyone wants to get in the action.
Despacito, papi. Go slow, baby.
Woohoo! Bienestar is also here, giving mad representation, which is not surprising because again, one of the groups that has done the most for outreaching for queer people, and specifically for those struggling with and those trying to prevent HIV/AIDS. Bienestar has always been an essential partner, especially here on the east side, and so I'm glad to see them actually able to march out and represent on the streets of the people, the blocks where they serve people the most. And so, but what's great is that, I always have to remind people that the work that they do is not just to help Mexican Americans. There are so many other Latinos of all other backgrounds that are also, their needs are so much met in underserved communities throughout the city and the county of Los Angeles. So I'm so proud to see them able to march in pride on our own streets, where they serve people the most. The Wellness Center at General Hospital, historic General Hospital. Hey, thank you. Happy Pride. And there's so much talk about what's going to happen to the historic General Hospital. Happy Pride. Look at the mobile grooming. I'm sorry, I love pets. So, anything that has to do with pets are going to easily distract me. But they're actually talking about turning the old historic building into a resource center. For, all the people that still need resources and preventative health care, and also possibly for homeless housing. Wow! Hey there! Hey there! The vengeance is great. Mwah! Eric Resendez himself on the other side of the camera today. Wow! Great vengeance. Yes, and this is a man who always has much orgullo in this community too. And so I love that when he started, when he came here to serve for ABC7 as the local community representative, I was one of the first people that he reached out to, and we kind of took a survey of, I kind of took him like an Indian guide around the gay scene of the area, and they kind of talked about the history and but also just the rest of the struggles of our families and our history. And he was one of the first that was just so moved by it that his stories just began to captivate people with telling these rich cultural stories, and really getting to the heart of the story of culturally why the East Side is such a vibrant community. And so, okay, you can't have a Latino Pride event without the men and women of Club Tempo coming out. So, right here in historic Boyle Heights. It doesn't get any better than that. And there's still more to come. Looking fierce. Look at that. Ay Dios. I don't want to get heat stroke right now. Because here come the hot men. So that's when you know it's getting fun. More to come, my friend. Now, I wish I was fierce enough to be able to get out here prancing in cha-cha heels, but I just don't got it this year.
Ay, ano mariposa.